3 weeks ago, Pinellas County set up shop in the lobby of the University Partnership Center on the Seminole campus of St. Petersburg College. The goal? To talk to students about the quality of life issues that concern them most. In a collaborative social media effort between St. Petersburg College and Pinellas County, students were encouraged through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to come by and tell us what they think of life here in Pinellas County, and what improvements or changes would keep them here to pursue their careers and life after college. Cultural anthropology major Daniel Christner realizes the impact that county government has on these quality of life issues.
I do think of county government because I do believe county government is actually more important than state and federal government. So, because it's closer to, everyday life.
Daniel is also concerned about preserving natural and open spaces in Pinellas County. Business major Kiva Wonder would like to see improvements for his mode of travel.
Something that would improve my quality of life would be removing the shrubbery that blocks the sidewalks that forces me to go into the street when I'm on my bicycle. It's dangerous, and there are never a bike lane in the actual highways or streets around here.
Political science major Do Pierre is thinking about future transportation options. Now, what's the one thing that would keep you here in Pinellas County?
It would be light rail, ease of transportation throughout the county.
So you like everything else, basically?
I mean, with construction and all the roads, I don't like that. I wish that could be wrapped up pretty quickly, especially along US 19 and Almerton. With that been going on for the past few years, it's made traffic really tough along those roads.
Mendez agrees.
I believe that we should have light rail, yes. More transportation because, not many people have cars, or they don't have enough to spend on taxis or whatever bus. So I guess light rail would do some good to this county. Yes.
Nikki Klein is a biology major on the road to becoming a pediatrician. She's concerned about the cost of education. Pursuing her degree will also take her away from Pinellas County. Do you see yourself practicing here in Pinellas County?
I would love to be able to. I mean, I think it would be a great opportunity. I had an opportunity to shadow my actual pediatrician when I was younger. So, I love this area. I was born and raised here, so I would love to be able to come back.
Jonathan Jocks and Dylan Lotze also love Pinellas County and consider themselves optimists about their futures here.
The schools in this county, in this area, the community colleges, they're all fantastic. They help you and build you for the better, and they help you, transition to universities and such. So, my house to change, to be honest.
I would have to agree with Jonathan. I think that's a good point. I do like it here. I moved here a couple years ago from Kentucky because we wanted to move here. I think it's a great area. One thing I do think we should talk about, though, is minimum wage. I think it should be higher because today everything's getting more expensive, and minimum wage is just too low for people to be able to live comfortably. And with so many people with jobs and kids and single people that are trying to support their families, they're having to work so many hours and so many jobs just to try to get by. And if minimum wage was raised, that would fix that problem.
Friends Katie Komak and Muhammad Kalam also have optimistic views about life here in Pinellas. Muhammad does have concerns about traffic safety, while Katie would like to see a closer-knit Pinellas County. So you'd like to see Pinellas County become more community-oriented?
Events and more partnerships with the neighbors and everybody just getting together to do events, celebrate holidays and just get together for any reason.
And what would you say?
I'd say one of the major problems that we have in Pinellas County is that we have US 19 here, and it's one of the deadliest roads in the entire US. So we need to fix the safety issues with that because they just didn't make the roads in the way where it would be safe for public people just to walk around or even drive on it for that matter. So if you're driving on it, it is one of the deadliest roads in the U.S.
These students raise some important issues facing all of us: transportation, community well-being, the environment, jobs, the economy. So what are the quality of life issues that concern you most? What financial decisions are your county commissioners and administration making now to provide the services you want today, as well as providing for a bright and sustainable future that will keep these young people here pursuing their careers and raising their families